Hello, ladies and germs, and welcome back to Madden 2005 in the Oakland Raiders franchise mode. Here with a little bit of Monday Night Football. That's right, fancy primetime Monday Night Football. We are must-watch TV, or at least this game is, as we were playing a pretty intense game against the Kansas City Chiefs, who aren't off to the greatest of starts in their season thus far. They're 3-5, but they have some major changes going on over in KC. All right, they lost, of course, as you know, their starting quarterback Trent Green finally retired, and they also lost one of their top receivers, Eddie Kennison, who's been around for a little bit on this team in this series. So that's two very important offensive pieces now gone from the Chiefs, and they're rightfully so, kind of struggling and reeling from that. They've kind of had to rebuild their receiving core in this offseason, and they're kind of just relying on Tim Rattay to kind of take things over at the quarterback position. They didn't really invest at that position at all. They're just going with Tim Rattay, who we've seen in 12 games over the last two seasons, which has largely been, I think, why the Chiefs have kind of struggled in the last couple of seasons, going 9-7 in year 3 and 8-7-1 in year 4, missing the playoffs both times. And I think it's largely just because of the injuries that they've sustained to Trent Green, kind of derailing their season in a lot of ways. So we've kind of been benefiting from that. But this is still a decent enough squad here, and with how weird and I guess bad you could say the AFC West has been, it's kind of made things pretty close here between us. You know, a 3-5 Chiefs versus a 4-4 Raiders could have division-leading implications depending on how this game goes. So that's kind of how things have went here so far in Oakland. So on a 3rd and 2, Justin Fargas is going to bust up the middle of the field and get a first down. I think that tackle animation should have triggered a face mask, but it didn't. Whatever, ref. We'll look the other way. But now it's 2nd and 3 here in Chiefs territory. Got to get to the 20-yard line, but of course we're thinking more as Tim Couch dumps this one off across the middle of the field, and Justin Gage is going to have himself a reception in this ball game, at least for a first down. So fast forward to another 3rd and 1, trying to get into the end zone, or at least the first down, if at all possible, and Couch fires one to the corner of the end zone, and it's going to be caught by Jerry Porter, but he's going to be well out of bounds, man. He was a good 2 or 3 yards in the white chalk before that ball even got to him. So bring out Janikowski for a 22-yarder. It's a chip shot. It's up, and it's good. You know it's good. So 3-0 is going to be the score after kind of a squandering an opportunity to add a touchdown. We at least get some points, so we will take it. 3-0 over the Chiefs now. So 2nd and 5, and Kansas City's now moving the football. And Rattay fires this one off, and that pass is going to be completed at about the 10-yard line. It's going to be Deion Branch, one of the big free agent acquisitions that the Chiefs had in the previous season, who had a good year for them in his first year as a Chief, and he is still here doing what he does best, and so is that man right there. Actually, I thought it was Tony Gonzalez, but it's not. We're going to have to look. It's actually Anthony Dwight. Anthony Dwight gets his first NFL touchdown. I believe that's his first NFL touchdown. He didn't have one up to this point, but Anthony Dwight was a 6th-round pick for the Chiefs at a Cal, and he's one of the new receivers that the Chiefs have added to their receiving core in the absence of Kennison. And so 7-3 now the score following 1 quarter of play. Now we got to get something rolling on offense, and then Tim Couch is going to continue to throw an interception, more interceptions, man. That's been just an ongoing problem that we've had with Tim Couch, man. He's got, coming into this game, he's got a split of 22-10. So that's interception number 11, and it literally is 2 touchdowns for every interception. So, you know, do with that as you will, but that's why our turnover differential puts us at 29th in the NFL, which is largely why we're probably 4-4 right now, is because we just cannot stop turning the football over. So Deion Branch is going to continue to torch her secondary a little bit and get the Chiefs inside the 10, and now Rattay is going to drop back, try and get this one into the end zone, and that pass is going to be dropped by Tony Gonzalez, a rare drop by Tony Gonzalez, the GOAT here at tight end. And that's going to bring up a 4th down for the Chiefs, and they're going to add 3 more points. So 10-3 is going to be your score, and now we are driving the other direction. Couch under some pressure, and he gets rid of it, and it's another interception. So that's also been an issue too, man. We have one of the best, I think the best offensive line in the NFL, but clearly it's not been protecting Couch as much. He's been throwing a lot of balls under pressure, and they've all been interceptions, it feels like. So kind of a dangerous spot to be in, but that is the name of the game here, as the Chiefs had another rookie receiver here. This time it's going to be Damian Berger. He was a 5th-round pick out of Texas A&M, and he gets a catch in this game as well. And now the Chiefs going to the other way to Dwight once again, and he gets the catch for a first down, tries to break some tackles. Both of these rookie receivers are 61 overalls, by the way, so if you're wondering why we don't develop through the draft, that's why. I don't have the time for this. I just don't, okay? I don't. But 3rd and 15 for the Chiefs now. Tim Rattay drops back to pass here, fires one across the middle of the field, and that pass is going to be caught once again by the rookie Damian Berger. I guess both rookies are having decent seasons. They both had a good amount of yards, but neither of them really had any touchdowns or anything. I think Berger had less than 100 yards on the season, but at least Dwight had like 200 plus. He just didn't have a touchdown. So 3rd and 10 for the Chiefs now in the last 30 seconds of the first half, and Rattay fires this one off, and that one was nearly intercepted by Hannibal Navies. So Hannibal Navies gets some hands on it. Could have had an interception, but it's okay. We'll take the batted ball all the same. So bring out the special teams unit for Kansas City to add 3 more points and make this a 10-point game, and they do just that. So looks like another field goal matchup back and forth, man. It gives flashbacks to that Chargers game in the playoffs. It just, for some reason, we're just having these field goal games. But hopefully we can get into the end zone. Who knows? But with less than 30 seconds, we've already worked the ball up to around midfield, and that completion is going to get us inside the Chiefs' 30. And now we're going to blow a timeout. We've got a couple. One more now after using that one. Going to try and get a little bit closer and make this easier for Janikowski. Maybe even get a touchdown. Couch back to pass here. Fires one across the middle of the field, and that pass is completed. And so that'll make this one very manageable for Janikowski as we get inside the Chief 15-yard line, making this a 30-yarder, and Janikowski kicks it up, and it is good. So 6-13 is the score, and it's been a low-scoring affair just all around. Our defense has done well containing Kansas City's offense, which should be considerably slower, but our offense has really struggled to catch a whole lot of lightning here in the first half. So hopefully that all flips around here in the second half. So we're already on offense across midfield. Couch under pressure again. This time gets rid of it in time and gets it to Jerry Porter for a reception, not an interception, as he already has 2 to 0 touchdowns. So we need a better game from Tim Couch for sure. So 2nd and 5 now. Pressure's on again, and Couch has to flush out of the pocket and make a throw on the run, but it's an accurate throw as Justin Gage gets another reception inside the 5. And so that'll make it 1st and goal for the Oakland Raiders, as Couch is going to try and throw for it again. A lot of pressure. The Chiefs are bringing a lot of guys, man. They're bringing like 5 at least every single time, and it's making things difficult for Tim Couch, that's for sure. Maybe they figured out that pressure is going to make it a little bit difficult for Tim Couch to operate. But he does find an open receiver, and it's going to be now tied up at 13 apiece. And now we're going to get a little bit of Priest Holmes getting stuffed on a 3rd down. And he's got nowhere to go. It's a very short play, but he's got nowhere to go. So bring out the kicking team for a 46-yarder attempt for the Chiefs kicker. And the kick is good. The kick is absolutely good. So I got lost in the sauce on that for some reason. I don't know why. I just got lost in the sauce. I'm trying to narrate this one into a circle, but the Chiefs managed to retake the lead here, and it is another field goal matchup back and forth. Hopefully we can get into the end zone. I would love to get into the end zone as Couch wants to throw for it once again here, and he finds an open target. This time it's Teo Johnson along the sideline, and he's going to get another 1st down for the Raiders here, just outside of the Chief 25. We're going to fake the handoff once again, a quick release to Josh Reed, the free agent pickup, and he has another 1st down, and that's going to move the chains once again for the Raiders, but it's another 3rd down. The Chiefs have forced a handful of those. So on 3rd and 10 here, Couch back to pass, takes a shot towards the end zone, and that pass is going to be broken up. Looks like a diving effort from Reed and whoever that DB was trying to get the interception, and they couldn't get it. So bring out Janikowski to at least try and tie the game up once again. The kick is up, and it is good. So we are tied up once again at 16 apiece here in Oakland on Monday Night Football. So, but we are back on offense after stopping the Chiefs, and it's a 3rd and 3, the last play of the 3rd quarter. Couch back to pass once again, and he finds Justin Gage across the middle, the slant merchant himself, and that's going to give us another 1st down and a fresh set of downs as we enter into the 4th quarter, baby, with a tied-up game. All eyes point to 4th quarter, baby. It's a tight Monday night matchup. And Couch back to pass once again here. Floats one out along the sideline. That pass is going to be completed. A very tight window, but Josh Reed able to get that one and haul it in. And that's going to be another 1st down, but the Chiefs are forcing another 3rd down after a couple plays. So 3rd and 4 here, Couch trying to get into the end zone, of course, and that pass is broken up once again, man. The Chiefs have had just great red zone defense, and just, I don't know, just in that scoring range, they've been playing fantastic defense, really kind of making things difficult for our offense really to truly operate to the fullest extent. So bring up Janikowski for another field goal, and it is good. And now that's going to make things 19-16. So we just keep going back and forth with these Chiefs with field goals, man. It is just ridiculous. So 2nd and 7 though, close to midfield with Rattay and the Chiefs, and he floats one out. across the middle, and that pass is going to be completed by Dante Hall, who we haven't really mentioned so much in this video thus far. He's had a decent year. He's got 4 touchdowns on the season, but he gets himself a catch in this game. And now Rattay taking a shot towards the end zone, and that pass is going to be caught in the end zone by Dion Branch. It's Dion Branch. I forgot. I was like, who is number 80 again? It's Dion Branch. Dion Branch gets himself touchdown number 4 on the season for the Chiefs here. Now, in the 2-minute warning, we have another punt play, and we know that Philip Buchanan had himself a rough last couple of weeks here, but now he's got some open space along the side of the field. He gets up the sideline on a huge burst of speed. No one is going to catch him at all, and it's a punt return. You probably didn't think that a punt return would happen with Philip Buchanan, given the season that he's had returning kicks, but hey, man, he's got one. So he's stepping it up a little bit. He's correcting himself, fixing his wrongs, and that's going to give us the lead here, 26-23 over the Chiefs, but it's still only a 3-point game, and the Chiefs have plenty of time to answer back, and that huge pass is completed, looks like by Dwight potentially, and so that's going to get the Chiefs inside the red zone with a minute ticking away. They're going to run back up to the line of scrimmage, and they've got plenty of time, and if I were them, I'd play it pretty smart, man, because you can go for the tie or the win right now, but Rattay's not going to go for the spike. He's going to send it to the end zone, and Wolf Falk and Ed Reed have that play completely blanketed, as that pass is not going to get completed. So just 59 seconds left to go here. Pressure's on to Rattay, and he's hit as he throws, but the catch is still made. An amazing kind of like sliding catch made, but he's going to be brought down well shy of the line to gain. So 4 for 12 on 3rd down for the Chiefs. Good Lord. But they're going to run it back to the line of scrimmage. They're not going to waste any time here in Rattay. Fires one to the end zone. It's going to be caught for another Chief touchdown. I think it was Tony Gonzalez with the catch, and it was. So a 10-yard pass from Rattay to Gonzalez, and that's going to give the Chiefs the lead again. But now it's 3rd and 16, down to our last couple opportunities for the Raiders, and Couch is able to get this one off to Reed, but he's going to be brought down shy of the line to gain. So 4th and 5 on our own side of the field, and now we're going to go for a screen pass to Demorian Norris, and he can't get on top of the football, and the Chiefs do, and Teo Johnson's going to have to make the touchdown saving tackle to keep this game, I don't know, from spiraling out of control, but that's going to be the loss, man. That's going to be the last play of the game. Unbelievable, man. That's how we're going to lose this one? What happened? It was going back and forth. We had the momentum, I feel. I mean, what on earth? How did this game get away from us? I mean, goodness gracious. We're going to be scratching our head on this one for at least a little while now, because this is for sure one of those games that we probably should not have lost. I mean, I don't even understand. I mean, even the stat-wise, I guess you could make the argument. Priest Holmes definitely contributed more to the Chiefs' offense than we did. He didn't have any rushing touchdowns in this game. That's why you didn't see any running plays really from Priest Holmes, but 70 yards versus 7, and just another game where Justin Fargas has been completely silenced, kind of looking for that production from him. And Tim Couch, man, really struggling. Those 4 field goals in the red zone, if any one of those is a touchdown, we win this game. So do with that what you will. Tuia Sosapo gets into this game as Tim Couch spent like a little bit of the 4th quarter injured, but he comes back and does what he does, or just the second half. He got injured for some reason, but he's fine. He's all right. He can throw interceptions all the same. So the rushing attack actually comes from all the sacks. So Tim Couch, again, like I said, he's been playing under a lot of pressure. I really don't know what the offensive line was going on there. I mean, we've invested so much money into it. It's just not really working. So, but after the next couple of weeks, after losing 3 straight, we pick up a win against the Panthers and pick up the second game against the Chiefs in Arrowhead, getting us back over 500 at 6-5. And now we have a pretty big game against the Dolphins, who are obviously in the hunt. It's week 13, so it is in the hunt time. It's time for us to start thinking about playoffs, but we're only at 6-5, so we got a lot of work to do, guys. We pretty much need to win out to even be safe at this point. So, but we have a big game against the Dolphins next, so hope to see you guys in Miami, man. We play against the 6-5 Dolphins with playoff aspirations, the same as ours.